O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great weekend. Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means take action on your ideas. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there'll be no manifestation, no results, and no rewards. John Harvey, what's happening, brother?
All good, thanks. All good. Thanks for having me.
Our guest today, folks, we got a great guest for you. John Harvey. He's the founder, CEO of Opulent
Africa.
Opulent Africa. We're going to be talking about safaris. We are going to go on a trip this afternoon. First, I'm just going to do a little market rundown. We're going to go from there, right?
Yep.
Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 4, NASDAQ off 80, S&P's off 18.5, gold contract of $5.40, trading at $19.43 an ounce. Silver up 19 cents, $27.07 an ounce. Light sweet crude down $1.58, $39.79 a barrel. Notes and bonds, they get smoked down here, folks. The 10-year down 24 ticks, 139.01. The 30-year off a full 2 points, plus 14 ticks at 175.14. You get the 10-year right now yielding 0.7 of 1%. And King Dollar gave it up once again, folks. King Dollar down 21 ticks, 92.717. The euro is at 118. The yen is out here at 106, and the British pound is at 132 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. You got a heck of a day out here, folks. Bottom line, we'll see whether this is going to be a one-day wonder on the way down. There's no doubt, we came off the highs yesterday on the S&P, 35.86, and we got down to 33.47 out here today. Right now, you're down $18 inside those S&Ps. Bottom line, it's going to try to make that run coming all the way back into the positive area. We'll see where this shakes out coming into a long weekend. If we take a look at the NDX 100, the bottom line is that had a low out here today of 11,142, and right now you are 550 points above that. We're down $100, and that's going to be the same setup in this one, how we come into this close out here. So the close is going to be crucial. There's no two ways about it. Bottom line is that you do have lower lows, and you have volume behind the move. We're going to take a look at the gold contract coming into a long weekend. Gold contract performed out here. It rejected lower price at 1921. We are trading 1943. Bottom line, gold still wants these highs out here, which is the 2089. In the short term and the longer term, looks like gold wants to run to this 2700 area. Silver also, SIZ, silver also rejected lower price out here today at $26.45. We did 110,000 contracts. Bottom line, same type of setup. Silver wants to make that run, I suspect, to the highs out there, which is the $30.19. More than likely what we're going to see out here is that this baby is going to run up into the $35 area. And now, folks, okay, we're going to have some fun. I met John a couple weeks ago. That's it, right?
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks ago, okay? So, first off, tell us how you found the company and what got you into it.
So from a very young age, I've travelled. My father worked abroad, so every 2 years was in a different country. So that travel DNA was in me from a very young age.
Right.
One of those places that we went to was Africa, West Africa, in the early 80s.
And here, I don't mean to interrupt you. When you're watching this, folks, these are real films coming from different parts of Africa, I think.
Absolutely. This looks like the Okavango Delta in Botswana, or Chobe in Botswana.
Okay.
And that is as you see it. You experience that firsthand.
Okay.
So we were in Africa in the 80s, and we went to the game parks, and we saw the wildlife firsthand, and it stuck with me from a very young age. I was hooked on it.
Right.
And it's something that I felt that at some stage in my life I'd have a travel company specifically doing safaris to Africa.
Nice. Now, did you grow up in London? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in the UK, just north of London, in Hertfordshire. Yeah, went to boarding school out there because the folks were overseas.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like it. So tell us, you know, I'm so intrigued in this, folks, and I'm sure most of you know that all I do is watch National Geographic almost every night. they get so many great pots. Whether it's wild Congo, I watched Sri Lanka last night, wild Hawaii. I mean, they've done a good job in the context of kind of educating people,
Totally.
you know, as to how, you know, well, what's happening in these wildlife refuges, right?
Yeah, I mean, nowadays with modern technology and a lot of the guides and the vehicles are fitted with GoPros, so you have that footage and you can stream it live onto your screen right now today. So it feels closer. You're more in touch with it on a day-to-day basis.
Yes. Yes.
But it's not like going there and experiencing it firsthand, you know.
Right.
When these animals, as we saw in the clip earlier, when those elephants...
Can you put that clip back up, Al? Clips up there?
When they're literally brushing past you as close as we are, you could be sat in a vehicle and an elephant comes past you that close. You know, it gets the adrenaline, the heartbeat.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So when the refugees the refugees, sorry about that, folks. The refugees, is that what you call it? The parks that are out there right now, right?
Yeah.
Are most of them controlled by the state? How does this work?
Yeah, most of them, especially in East Africa. So places like Kenya, Tanzania, you have national parks which are controlled by the state.
Okay.
And they have very strict regulations of when you can go in, when you can go out. But the primary focus is to conserve the wildlife within those parks, the protection and conservation of the wildlife.
Right.
Yeah.
And those parks are monster parks, right?
They're huge. I mean, especially in East Africa. So, you know, we saw a clip earlier there. The Okavango Delta is probably the size of somewhere like Georgia. It's a vast area.
That's cool.
A vast area, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite, right? Like, you know, well, it seems that every time I'm watching these films, right, I love the water, too. And so it's amazing, actually, in some of these places that you have the wildlife, but right next to, you know, that, so like Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has wildlife and then they have the water, and the water is extraordinary both ways, right?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, if you look at a brief geography lesson of Africa, so you have the Rift Valley that comes down the sort of eastern side.
Just hold that thought 1 second. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.